Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. So excited to be here with you for another episode of Project Joy Live. We're talking about busyness today, among other things. So it all starts now on a brand new episode. Just another manic Monday. Oh. Anybody sing that on Monday except me? I hope I'm not the only one. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you guys are set up to have an incredible week, a great day. And if you're not, I want you to stay around for your dose of joy this morning. You're watching Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Except this week. This week, only Monday and Friday, but we'll talk about that coming up here shortly. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Super excited for you to be here again today. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms who celebrated Mother's Day yesterday. If you are a mom, I want you to put some flowers down in the comments. If you are a mom, I want you to put some flowers down in the comments, flower emojis, because I want to celebrate you today. So make sure you do that coming up here shortly. I see some comments rolling in, which we will get to in our morning brew. We've got a great show coming up for you today, and I want to tell you all about it now in our morning brew segment. Here we go. Morning Joy Brew is that quick segment I give you every morning to tell you what's going to happen on the show today, because you never quite know. Sometimes I don't know until right before the show, which is great and wonderful. This, I don't know if some of you know this, but my other shows that I do are very well planned out. They are researched, they like well ahead of time. They have monologues, they have other things involved, and Project Joy was really that one thing that I just wanted to kind of do based on the joy that I feel. And so this show is my least planned show that I that I have. And it's joyful for me because it gets to work my intuition. It gets to work my ability to be on the fly and sort of go with the flow as things happen. And that's something that I don't necessarily get to do as much in my other shows that, like I said, are more researched and planned out. So this is a really cool platform for me. And I just want to say thanks for joining us on here for the crazy shenanigans that happen sometimes because of that unplannedness. Let's see who's joining us this morning. Miss Brittany is here, and she dropped those sunflowers down there. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Brittany. Brittany and I were chatting for a few yesterday, and we had a great day with our kids, each of us separately. Hopefully, maybe one day together, but we each had a great day. So love that. Nancy said, "Good morning." Alert came on Facebook. That's because StreamYard and Facebook are playing nice together now, and I was able to put it back on my personal page. But I can't tell you enough, you guys. If you are only following us on personal page, make my personal page on Facebook, make sure you go follow on the Breakthrough Show Network Facebook page and the Great Breakthrough Show Network on YouTube, and hit the bell on YouTube to receive notifications. Okay. Super, super important. Don't just subscribe, hit the bell so you can choose to have all notifications, because you don't want to miss the other shows. Not just Project Joy Live, but the Breakthrough Show and Magical Melodies and Spirit Sessions and Rewriting Reality and Beyond 2D we have so many shows that are great and more coming. So we're really excited about that too. Let's talk about what's coming up on the show today. We've got your daily uplift today coming up later on the show, where I'm going to talk about busyness today. I have a lot to say about this. So I'm really excited to talk about busyness because it's something that we hear often in the personal development in the spiritual world, and not with a great feeling behind it. And so I want to uplift you a little bit today where busyness is concerned. And I also want to also, I mean, we'll go down the rabbit hole together. How about that? I also have a moment of compassion for you today. We've got birthdays and lots of stuff happening. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great show. Brittany said, "Come over to YouTube. I get my notifications all the time for every show because you hit that bell, Brittany. You hit the bell." We are some busy bees, and I'm excited to talk about that today. Let me know what's in your cup this morning. I've got my tea here delivered by my fabulous barista, aka my daughter, my daughter Nina. In my Mother's Day cup, look at my mug that my kids got me. It says, "Moms make everything better." I love that. I'm going to take a moment and talk about Mother's Day yesterday because it was so good. My husband and my children spoiled me to pieces yesterday, and I'm here for it. Brittany and I talk about the fact that I'm spoiled often, which listen, I feel like, now I feel emotional. I feel like there was a lot of my life when I didn't, um, not only was I not recognized by others, but I didn't recognize myself and how much that I do, and the love and the things that I do in my life to try to make the world a better place. And that goes back to our moment of compassion Friday, where we talked about you're not guaranteed that other people are going to recognize you. And so I'm finally in this place in my life where I'm recognizing myself, but it also feels really good to be recognized by other people. And so I do feel like I deserve it, and I appreciate that as well, Brittany. And so I got lots of gifts. I have some very important ones to share with you here on the Breakthrough Show Network. So you guys know that I've been like collecting buttons. It's really weird how this has been happening. And I'm always down to receive receive more now. But I started out with my bell, which Dr. Lauren Harris was on the show. He has a bell, and I was like, what a great idea to have a bell to kind of like, signify something amazing happening on the show. And so one of my favorite people on the planet, Sylvia, who was our replay queen watching all in the middle of the night, she sent this bell to me when I mentioned 8 million times that I wanted a bell. So we have this bell, right? And then I saw a comedian, Josh, on Instagram, and he is so funny. He has this really dry comedy, and talks about identifying. For example, he says, "Identify as the earth because I'm also spinning out of control." But he ends every little bit he does going, "Thank you." And then I saw that he came out with a button. So I was like, I need this button. I need this thank you button. So thank you. It's my thank you button. That's how the button thing started. And then I'm trying to find, oh, you know what? I may have moved it. Oh no. See, this is what happens when you don't prepare. I have another button. I'm so sad right now. I must have brought it over there when I was playing with it the other day. Okay, so I have another button that my friend Danielle got for me for my birthday. That's the height button, and it goes beep, 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 which I'm here for that all day. Well, my kids for Mother's Day got me a brand new button yesterday. Are you guys ready for it? And this one is really cool because it has like 6 different variations of this button. Okay. It's the no button. How many of us can relate to needing a no button. A little encouragement to remind us to say no to the things that are not in alignment with where we need to go. And look at, hold on. We have JoJo, aka Jamad, out there. And listen, he's a Breakthrough Show Network OG. We love some JoJo. And another Breakthrough Show Network OG, Joe Nicasio, is out there this morning. Good morning, both Jamad and Joe. So back to button. This is great. Are you guys ready for it? Ask me a question, any question. Can you have a cookie?
No, no, no. 1,000 times no.
There you go. Can you pick my brain for free?
No.
Can you work with me and not do any of the work yourself?
No.
See, it's the gift that keeps giving. It is the gift. What is the meaning of life?
No.
Sometimes we just need a little thing. Pretty soon I'm going to need a yes button. Can you come do my dishes? Yes, all day. So that was one of my gifts from my kids. Love it. I got my mug, got those. It's going to be great. It is the meaning of life. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you today. Mike, I got to get you your prizes, but you never answered me back. Sir. So anyway, that was one of my gifts. And all of that said, it was a great Mother's Day. I want to give special thank you to my husband and kids for making it a special day for me. And let's move on now to our moment for compassion. Can they cross my boundaries?
This is my last word. No.
There it is. That was from Brittany, a question submitted by by Brittany. We've been doing this moment of compassion, which I love, based on Pema Chodron's teachings. She's an American Buddhist nun, and she has a lot of teachings about awakening the heart in everyday life. And they're all these thoughts are broken down into these little bite-sized pieces. This is number 58. Love this one. We started going out of order, which, I'm here for that too. Number 58, don't be frivolous. Don't be frivolous. What do you think this one is about? We're going to talk about the commentary, but what do you think when you hear don't be frivolous? What do you think of? When I read it initially, my first thought went to money, because I remember like my grandfather talking about not being frivolous with your money. Like, don't just go throwing it around at anything. Like, think about what you're going to use it for. But that's not what this teaching means, but that's where my brain went. But let me know what you think of when you hear that don't be frivolous. The commentary, this is so good. So good, because it talks about things that we've talked about on the show recently. Don't waste your precious time. You never know how long you have. Don't waste your precious time. You never know how long you have. And the reason I love this so much is because recently we were talking about the phrase the mantra or phrase that I've been using for myself recently, which is, I am not participating in that. Going back to the no button, right? I am not participating in that. And it doesn't mean that, I think by using that phrase for me, I'm aware that it exists. I'm aware that I have the choice to be a part of something or not. I'm aware that I can choose to be a part of it or not be a part of it now and then be a part of it later. But using that mantra for me lately has been so helpful. I am not participating in that. And so it's about priorities. It's about priorities. And I'm checking in with myself often. Are the actions that I'm taking aligning with what I want for my future? Are the actions that I'm taking, aligning with what I say I want? So often we'll say, like, I want to lose weight. I want to make $1 million. I want to I don't know, I want to travel more, I want to do insert whatever you want to do here, but we're doing everything but things that lead up to that. And so this is about not wasting your time. Don't be frivolous with your time. It's not to say that we can't be silly and have a good time, which is why I think that one of our goals needs to be to be silly and have a good time. So then if you're being silly and have a good time, it aligns with your goals, right? So check your goals, check what you're doing to whether you're aligning or not aligning with those things, and don't be frivolous. That's number 58 from Pema Chodron's cards. Joe said, don't major in minor things. I like that one too. Don't major in minor things. Kim is joining us this morning. Kim, drop some flowers in the comments this morning because we want to celebrate you for Mother's Day yesterday as well. Brittany said, I can say they didn't always, but I've gotten better. I'm proud of myself. I think we all have those moments where we do things that on reflection, we go, well, that didn't really help. That didn't really fit with what I needed to do in my life. But we have to ask ourselves, what's more important? What are we going to prioritize? So don't be frivolous because you never know how long you have. So don't waste your time. It's a great thought today in our moment of compassion. With that, I want to talk to you guys about busyness today in our daily uplift. Here we go. See, this is part of the benefit of me not planning these episodes because it's so perfect the way that things line up without planning, which I can't always say, but it happened to work out really well today. So I wanted to talk about busyness today because why is it important to me right now? Why is this something that's coming up for me? Because I have been super busy lately. And one of the things that sort of sits with me kind of weird is how um, in the world of personal development, people are often talking about busyness in a bad way. As soon as we talk about being busy, and let me know if you've had this experience before, if you've ever talked about being busy or having a lot on your plate, people often want to jump in with, make sure you take time for you. Don't forget to take a break. Maybe you shouldn't take on so much. Raise your hand if you've ever said that you're busy, doing a lot, have a lot on your plate, and someone has responded with something of the like. Raise your hand and let me know out there. If you've ever said, I'm busy, a lot going on, whatever, and somebody jumps in with a TED talk of self care. Don't forget to take care of you. Make time for yourself. Don't forget to take a break. And to me, when we do that to people or when we do it to ourselves, in a certain way, it's telling us that the being busy is a bad thing. That's how I have sort of processed that as I've talked about it before. Um, hello, Miss Kim. Yes, beautiful. Being conscious of our time, our energy, choosing joy in our passion, our mission, purpose. Yes, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Literally 2 days ago, it happened to Brittany. 2 days ago, it happened to Brittany. She said it and somebody jumped in with those things. I love Joe. Joe, I have all the time in the world. I love it. And I'm going to come back to you in just a minute, Kim, as well. But I wanted to look up a couple things for you guys really quick. Okay. So you all know that the homeschool mom and me went to look up the definition of busy because that's what we do. And I also looked up, and my computer is acting all kinds of funky right now. I looked up the definition of busy, and I also looked up the synonyms for busy, which is in the thesaurus. But busy, number one definition, means actively and attentively engaged in work or a pastime, like a hobby, a thing that you enjoy doing. So it kind of goes back to what we were talking about of wasting time, where you have to ask yourself, what is it that you are busy with? And the punchline of all of this for me is that if I'm busy doing the things that I love, then being busy is a really good thing. It's a really good thing. It's not to say that I don't think we should be aware of things like burnout or getting our proper rest and things like that. But I have carved out my life in such a way that busy for me feels really good. When I say that I'm busy, and now I can't speak for everyone for this, when I say that I'm busy, that includes a lot of the things that I do to take care of myself. That includes rest. That includes doing fun things. That includes going and sitting and playing my guitar or writing a new song or playing with my kids. It also includes work. It also includes like this week. This week is very busy. We're getting the house ready for company. My one daughter's graduating middle school on Tuesday. My other daughter's graduating high school on Saturday. We have graduation reception on Sunday, plus work, plus shows, plus I have a new client, like all of these things going on. And so I'm busy, but it doesn't, in that, like, I don't need that self care reminder because that busy already includes that. So I think that's the key with being busy is, have you carved out the kind of life that you want? Does busy feel good to you? If busy doesn't feel good to you, then we can get into some of the other things of how can we adjust that. Joe Nicasio, for example, that's out there this morning, is really good with helping us cultivate the kind of businesses that we want to have more money, to have more time, to use our time wisely, as we talked about in our compassion segment. And so it's really important to evaluate if. But I think if we're going to talk about leadership, from a leadership perspective, from a public figure perspective, we have to be more cautious of when someone says they're busy, automatically jumping in with our self-care TED talk. Because you're a lot of times you're talking to people who are enjoying the busyness. So we have to be more careful with that. Kim said, yes, I am passionate about what I am doing, busy with a young family, my business household. It can be so rewarding and fulfilling. It's more, what are you busy with, worry or joy? That's it. What are we doing? What is making us busy? Um, Joe said, I have the time because I hit the no button. That's it. And sometimes it's okay. Like, I just want to say this too. Like, sometimes it's okay to not have the time because you've said yes to those things that feel really good. Sometimes it's okay to reprioritize. Like, if you have a lot on your list, if you have a new client in, if you have something else comes in that makes you feel good, to be willing to be flexible and move things around so that you create the time that you want. Um, Busy doing what I love gives me so much energy. Me too. Me too. That's it. That's what I do. Thank you so much. It's a good week. It's a good week over here. My oldest is graduating early. She's 16 years old and graduating high school. So really super proud of her. Homeschooling for the win, to have the flexibility to be able to do that. Um Yes. Love it. Busy and loving it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't let, that's a good saying too. Don't let your mouth overwork your spine. And I think what Joe means by that is, sometimes we make plans or promise things or take on a lot, and then next thing you know, we're overworked and burnout. And so, what are the things that you are busy with? Can busy be joyful? Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, I want to lean into that because so many of us that watch this show are public figures. We have shows or we have podcasts or we are on the stage speaking. We have to be careful with jumping in with advice without asking questions because busy doesn't always need some sort of intervention. Okay, busy doesn't always need some sort of intervention, which I think is really important for us to remember. I hope you guys let me know your final thoughts about busyness as we go to break, and we're going to come back with birthdays. We have lots happening within the network this week. I'm really excited to talk about our virtual community events that are going on, and we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Monday, May 13th, 2024. I hope you are set up to have an amazing, joyful, loving, beautiful, energetic, busy day ahead of you. Thank you guys for chiming in on our compassion and daily uplift segments this morning. We have to talk about birthdays coming up in just a moment. Joe says busyness is the opposite of the no button. I agree, but I also don't think that there's anything bad in saying yes, as long as you're saying yes to things you love and bring you joy. And if you think about your busyness, you're going, yes, this feels so good. This feels so good. Super excited to share with you birthdays this morning because that's always something to celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. In the world of celebrity, Debbie Ryan, 31 years old today. My kids enjoy her on a lot of shows. What's that one show? Where she's I'm having a moment. Anyway, it's a great show on Disney Channel. Debbie Ryan. Robert Pattinson, which you may have seen in many things, including the movie Twilight as Edward Cullen. Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? That's the question. 38 years old today. The incomparable Stevie Wonder, 74 years old today. Love it. Isn't she lovely? Come on, everybody dance. Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Not but 1 minute. Oh, wait, listen, we're going to have a moment with happy birthday, Stevie Wonder. More music. Darius Rucker, frontliner for Hootie and the Blowfish, among having a great career in country music as well. Darius Rucker's 58 years old today. We're not going to, I will refrain from singing you the entire catalog of Hootie and the Blowfish this morning. Also, Bay Arthur, who passed away in 2009. She played Dorothy in Golden Girls, among an incredible career in the world of acting. So happy birthday, Bay Arthur. Also, in the celebrities in my life, yesterday or 2 days ago, Michelle Roche had a birthday. She is the partner to Ray Coates that you guys have seen on the show. Happy birthday, Michelle. And one of my dear friends today, Angela Scott Little, has a birthday. So excited. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. And let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie Ryan, Robert Pattinson, Stevie Wonder, Darius Rucker, Bay Arthur, Michelle Roche, and Angela Scott Little. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today and this past weekend. I hope you guys had incredible days. Yes, we're singing today. We're singing all day. So if you plan on coming to any of our events today, there will be a lot of singing. There will be a lot of singing. Let's talk about, speaking of things to come, what's going on the Breakthrough Show Network this week. All right. So, listen, we have a great day today after we leave Project Joy Live. Check in for virtual co-working at 9:55 a.m. Eastern Time. We start work promptly at 10 and work until 12 o'clock together. If you've never experienced a virtual co-working session, definitely come and join us. It is a great way to check off those things on your to-do list. And it's fun because we're holding each other accountable and also celebrating the things that we're able to accomplish. It's a great way to meet other entrepreneurs and people doing things together also. So check in 9:55. Visit the Breakthrough Show Network.club. The Breakthrough Show Network.club. That'll bring you to a button where you enter our virtual lobby, and then we will direct you from there. So definitely come visit us there for that. 9:55 today and Friday, and at the 1:55 hour on Wednesday. Also, we have a full day, another full day, which we don't do often, but we have a full day of co-working on Thursday from 8 until 5 Eastern Time, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, with about an hour, 50-minute lunch in there as well. So definitely join us for that. Again, the Breakthrough Show Network.club is where you visit our virtual community. If you haven't been in there yet, I'm just going to say you're missing out. We have had such incredible growth in there with so many amazing people coming in and out for different events. We have had co-working and workshops and poetry readings, meditations, craft circles. We have had so many different things coming on, and it's a great way to create space for more breakthroughs in your life. So definitely join us for that. Coming up tomorrow night, we have an all new episode of Beyond 2D with myself and Ferran Dozier. We're continuing, that conversation about compassion and forgiveness as we talk about generational compassion and forgiveness. What does it look like when we need to have compassion or forgive family members? This is going to be, bring your tissues, bring your notebooks. It's going to be one amazing and hopefully challenging conversation for all of us. Looking forward to that tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, we have a brand new episode of The Breakthrough Show coming up on Friday at 1 p.m. Kathy freaking Ellis is finally on the show. She's a good friend of mine here in New London County, Connecticut, and she is a powerhouse vocalist. You can see a brand new reel I literally just put up on Instagram right before the show of her singing Like the Way I Do by Melissa Etheridge. Just she leaves it all on the floor. All on the floor. So good. She's got an episode of The Breakthrough Show coming up on Friday. You're going to love everything that she has to say. And you get a nice big, montage of her singing with one of her bands, Don't Tell Lisa. So don't miss that Friday, 1 p.m. We also have Project Joy coming up again on Friday. Don't forget, we don't have an episode this Wednesday like we usually do. Don't set your alarm and then come cry to me that there's no show. Because I've told y'all 3 times now, 3 times. And then my daughter is graduating high school on Saturday, which is really exciting. We have Soul Saturday morning coffee that morning, and then we are in graduation mode the rest of the day. So very exciting, lots happening. Brittany is coming down with something for Tuesdays Beyond 2D. Brittany's also going to sleep in on Wednesday, which is great. Listen, we have such an incredible week coming up here on the Breakthrough Show Network, and I hope you'll jump in wherever is great for you, the breakthroughshownetwork.com or the breakthroughshownetwork.club. Either way, you will find us. And we look forward to having you jump in. It's going to be great and wonderful and fabulous. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. I want to thank you so much for joining us today, wherever you are in the world. And I want to remind you to make every day a great day for a breakthrough and make joy a priority in your life today and every day, because you are the joy. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. And I'll